Hi, I'm Valerie from Philadelphia. Please like and subscribe. Growing up, I thought I had the coolest mom. She was a professional gymnast who'd won tons of competitions, and I wanted to be just like her, the best at something. But no matter how hard I tried, Mom always said I could do better, and she kept comparing me to others. Mommy, I won second in the art contest.
What is this? The neighbor's daughter draws like Picasso, and her art was published in a magazine.
Mom, I came in third in the math quiz.
Well, that's disappointing. Your cousin just skipped 2 grades because she's a genius.
Mom always had something to say. Your cousin's a genius, and she's so perfect, and her farts smell like flowers. In 6th grade, I really started enjoying soccer and joined the team, but I hated it when Mom came to the games. She would shout instructions at me nonstop, and once at a match, she pulled me aside during halftime.
What are you doing? You haven't scored a goal once.
But I helped others score goals, and we're winning.
But no one's noticing you. You want to be a star or someone's sidekick.
I could feel Mom's eyes on me in the second half, and I didn't want to disappoint her again. My teammate was kicking the ball down to the goalpost, and suddenly I ran after her. I tackled the ball away and scored the winning goal myself. Our team won, but everyone was angry at me for stealing the ball from my teammate. I felt terrible, but Mom was ecstatic.
Did you see that my daughter scored the winning goal? Take that, losers!
I left the soccer team, but soon after, Mom took me to my first ballet, and I just knew what I wanted to do with my life. I'm going to be a ballerina, Mom. Mom encouraged me and hired a private instructor who trained me hard for the next few years. And in 9th grade, Mom enrolled me in a fancy private school, which had its own ballet team. On my first day, I was just signing up for the ballet club when I heard loud voices behind me. I turned around to see a gorgeous girl walk in, and for some reason, everyone seemed excited to see her. I thought I'd find out who she was, so I walked over with a form. Hi, are you signing up too? You can take this.
These forms are for nobodies like you. I'm already in.
Wow, what's with the attitude? And who are you?
I'm Tatiana's daughter, you fool.
What? Tatiana was a ballet superstar and my idol. I'd have to compete with her daughter. Okay, so having a famous mom doesn't mean you're any good because I've never even heard of you. I walked off before she could reply. Her name was Anastasia, and even though I'd played it cool, I was definitely intimidated. On the day of the auditions, I realized that my ballet shoes were missing. I had no choice but to borrow some spare ones for my performance. I calmed myself down as I stepped onto the stage, but just then I spotted Anastasia grinning at me from a corner, and I knew she had something to do with my shoes. I felt so bothered that I just couldn't focus. As I did a jump, I suddenly lost my balance and stumbled to the ground. I ran off the stage, my face blazing, and Mom was even angrier.
Tatiana's daughter did this. I went with that witch to school, and she was so aggressive and competitive. Of course, her daughter's just like her.
I was shocked the next day when the ballet teacher called me and said I'd been selected. I had no idea what changed her mind. Later, as I was putting stuff in my locker, Anastasia came and slammed it shut in my face.
Wow, you're such a cheater. You're only on the team because you're rich. Mommy bribed the principal. Yeah, I saw her here today. What was she talking about?
You're one to talk. I know you hid my shoes, and you keep using your famous mommy's name any chance you get. Well, now we're both here. May the best ballerina win. But I couldn't help wondering if Mom really had done something to get me on the team, so I asked her.
The principal and I are old friends. She owed me a favor.
Mom, that's cheating. I messed up.
You listen to me, Valerie. I will not have your chances ruined because of one mistake. Sometimes, to get ahead, you have to play a little dirty. Do you want to be on the team or not?
The truth was, I wanted it more than anything. It felt wrong, but I couldn't miss this chance. And by 11th grade, I'd worked so hard that I was the best in my class. Anastasia was really good, but I was better. We were soon performing in the year-end musical, and the teacher told us that professional ballet dancers would be attending. I knew Anastasia was burning because I had the lead role. Well, I'd earned my place. One rainy afternoon, I just picked up my new ballet dress from a shop, when suddenly a cyclist came charging down the pavement at full speed. I managed to jump out of the way but slipped on a puddle. I was about to land hard when someone caught me.
Whoa, gotcha!
I saw a boy with messy hair smiling down at me. Oh my God, you saved my life!
You're welcome, but you wouldn't have actually died.
Oh, I'm a ballerina. I can't afford to get injured, especially right now, so thank you.
Thank me by having lunch with me?
I can't. I don't have time to spare. And suddenly my stomach growled loudly.
Looks like you don't have time to eat either. Come on, I just saved your life.
And I gave in. His name was Seth, and he was in college. I was having such a good time that I hadn't even realized 2 hours had gone by. As he was leaving, he asked for my number. I didn't have much time to date, but he was cute and it was hard to say no. We began texting each other, and soon his messages became the highlight of my day.
Why are you always grinning like a moron these days? Is it a boy?
It's called None of Your Business.
So it is a boy. Well, if you have time to date, you're clearly not working hard enough.
Maybe some of us can do it all and still be the best. Seth and I went on our first official date soon, and being with him made me happy, so I made space for him in my crazy busy life. A few days later, I walked into school to find the halls buzzing with excitement, and I discovered it was because Tatiana was visiting. Sometime later, I went into the changing room, and I stopped short when I saw her there, my idol in the flesh. But just then, I noticed Anastasia and Tatiana started screaming at her.
You're telling me someone else got the lead in the school play? That's because your technique still isn't perfect. Why aren't you pushing yourself harder?
I work as hard as I can. Mom, I'm still one of the best.
There's no such thing. You're either the best or you're nothing. Oh, for God's sake, don't start crying. You know I can't stand it.
Saying that Tatiana left, my idol was a witch. And for once, I felt sorry for Anastasia. Hey, are you okay?
Valerie, were you spying on me? Did you hear everything?
I won't tell anyone. And your mom's wrong. Anastasia, I've seen how committed and talented you are. She's being unfair.
Who do you think you are, Mother Teresa? Did I ask for your pity? My mom's the best, and I will be too. I'm not gonna be nothing. You'll see.
Wow, these two were crazier than my mom. That afternoon, as I was leaving school, I was surprised to see Seth outside, leaning against a fancy car. Seth, what are you doing here?
Hi, I'm here for Miss Tatiana. I'm her driver.
OMG, your boyfriend is our poor driver. I thought you would have aimed a little higher, Val. Oh, maybe you can come work for us as the maid. The driver and the maid. So cute.
Seth's face turned red, and he got into the car silently. Tatiana soon joined them, and he drove off and he asked me to meet him the next day.
I'm not poor. I make good money, but I did lie that I'm in college because I wasn't sure what you'd think of me.
Why aren't you in college, Seth?
I'm taking a break. I haven't figured out what I want to do yet.
How can you live like that with no goals? You can't just be a driver. I regretted my words as I saw his hurt face.
I really admire you, Val. But there is more than one way to live. Your way doesn't have to be right for everybody.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Look, I want to take my time to find my passion and enjoy every moment like this one.
Suddenly, he leaned in and kissed me, and my heart soared. One night, as I got home from a date, I found Mom in panic.
Valerie, where were you? Why weren't you answering your phone?
Oh, I guess the battery died.
Do you know how worried I was when your instructor called and said you never turned up for rehearsal?
I stared at her in shock. How had I forgotten about my rehearsal completely?
You were with Seth, weren't you? Valerie, you have to break up with that boy.
But why?
Because he's a distraction and he's making you lose your focus. He has no goals or ambition.
You hardly know him. Mom, he's amazing and he cares about me.
But he doesn't get you. He's not right for you. You can be a superstar. Why are you letting him bring you down?
I missed one rehearsal. Big deal.
You would have never said that before you met him.
I felt so angry at Mom. Seth wasn't like me, but he made me happy. The school musical was the same day as my birthday, and Seth took me for a little picnic by the beach before dropping me at school. But suddenly, the car came to a stop in the middle of nowhere.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's nothing.
But the car just wouldn't start. This can't be happening. Why did I ever agree to go out with you today? It took a while for a cab to reach us, and I left without even looking back at Seth. But I still arrived 20 minutes after showtime, and I cried as I watched Anastasia out on the stage as the lead. Mom drove me home in complete silence, but I could feel her disappointment, and mine was even greater. So later that night, I decided to end things with Seth.
I'm really sorry, Val, but that could have happened to anyone.
No, Seth, it wouldn't have happened to me before. I would have been focused on only the show. Look, my career will always come first, and you'd understand that if you had some real goals in your life too. There was silence, and suddenly he hung up. I knew I'd hurt his feelings, and I felt devastated too, but it was the right thing to do. The next day, I was dreading seeing my team or Anastasia at school, but mostly I was feeling heartbroken over Seth. I went into the empty locker room and broke down into tears. Moments later, Anastasia came in. "You're here to rub last night in my face? Go ahead, get it over with. You won. You're the best. Your mom must be so proud of you now."
Actually, she isn't. She made sure to remind me that I only got the lead because you didn't show up.
For a moment, we just sat there quietly. I saw you on stage last night and you were amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anastasia got selected by a famous dancer right after the musical. After high school, I got into a great dance academy in New York and soon joined the ballet company. I reached fame and success quickly, and I was living my dream life, and Mom was finally proud. A year later, I went back home for some shows, and to my surprise, I bumped into Anastasia one day. She looked different, and I was shocked to learn that she'd given up on professional ballet.
I'll always love ballet, but I just couldn't take all that pressure. I'm not like Mom or you, so I left it and I started a dance studio for young kids.
She looked so much happier now, and I was happy for her. One night, as I was performing, I suddenly spotted a face in the front row that made my heart skip a beat. Seth! After the show, he was waiting outside my dressing room.
I'm a journalist now, and I was in town to cover a story. I had to come see your show. You were magical, Val, and I'm so proud of you.
That means a lot. Thanks.
Got time for coffee with an old friend?
I was so happy to see him that I said yes. We kept seeing each other for the next few weeks, and I realized I'd really missed having him in my life. But a few days later, I found out I was being sponsored to go on a world tour by my company. I would be an international star. I met Anastasia and told her the amazing news, but she sensed something was bothering me, and I told her everything about Seth.
You should totally date him.
But I'm about to leave for a world tour. I won't have time for him, and I can't have any distractions.
That's your mom talking, Val. Listen, you can have all the fame and money in the world, but what's the point if you have no one to share it with? Being successful doesn't mean you have to be alone.
Anastasia was right, and the next day I met Seth and told him everything. This time, I don't want to choose. I don't want to give up one dream for another, but I'm moving soon for my world tour. And
Val, I wouldn't dream of holding you back. I travel for work all the time, and I can move to Europe while you're there. We can make this work. I let you walk away from me before, and I don't want to do that again. I love you, Valerie.
I love you too, Seth. I glanced at my watch. 5 minutes till class. Then I hit a wall of students crowded in front of me. And of course, it was Ella and Nathan, the school's golden couple, surrounded by celebrities while everyone stared in awe.
Oh my gosh, they look perfect together. Their relationship must be amazing.
Please, I heard they're not even dating.
Look at Nathan. He's totally ignoring Ella. Honestly, their love drama had nothing to do with me, and I couldn't care less. Shoot, I'm late. Hi, I'm Lara. Don't forget to like and subscribe. At the time, I was drowning in finals, completely fried from endless assignments. Maybe my notice because she invited me to a music festival that weekend. And wow, the vibe was unreal. Flashing lights, pounding beats, the whole place buzzing. I danced like crazy until I felt all the stress melt away. Then the kiss cam showed up and the crowd went wild. I was cheering like everyone else until the camera zoomed in on me and the guy standing next to me. Nathan! The crowd exploded, pushing us closer. No matter how much I tried to explain, guys, we're not a couple. But no one listened. A shove from behind nearly sent us crashing into each other.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Ella's face turned so red, it was like she just swallowed a chili pepper.
How dare you try to kiss my boyfriend?
It was an accident. We didn't kiss.
I saw it with my own eyes. Don't even try to deny it.
Stop making a scene already.
That shut her up instantly.
Sorry about that. Lara, on Ella's behalf.
No big deal, just a misunderstanding. Nathan led her away, but not before she threw me one of those dagger glares. Geez Louise, like I asked for any of this. The next day, new student council members were announced. My heart was racing as Ella, the president, stood at the podium.
And finally, congratulations, Tiana.
What the fudge? Tiana, the girl who ranked below me in literally everything. I look up at Ella, and sure enough, she was smirking right at me. That smug grin told me everything I needed to know. After the ceremony, I blocked her path before she could leave. You definitely rigged the results.
Shameless people like you don't belong in the council.
She laughed and walked away, and I was left fuming, powerless to do a thing. From then on, Ella made her hostility crystal clear. She turned her whole clique against me until I had no one left. One painfully boring semester later, winter break finally came. I couldn't wait to head home. My family ran a ski resort near the slopes, and with tourist season booming, I was ready to help out.
Laura, a new group of guests just arrived. Go welcome them.
On it, Dad. I dashed out and froze. Standing there were Nathan, Ella, and her entire squad. Talk about bad luck. When Ella saw me, her eyes glinted with mischief. Let me show you to your rooms.
Carry my bags. Carry my bags.
She and Tiana dumped 2 giant suitcases into my arms and strutted off. I lugged the bags upstairs, only to overhear their voices inside the room.
Just tell him I'm too tired to ski, okay? I can't let Nathan find out. I don't know how.
Why not? Just be honest.
No way. If he finds out, everything from back then will come out too.
Now I've got your secret, Ella. You're not gonna push me around anymore. Feeling way lighter, I grabbed my snowboard. If I was home, I was gonna make the most of the slopes. On my way out, I spotted Nathan sitting alone, staring at his board. Not join everyone?
Nah, not really in the mood.
Being here and not skiing, that's a crime. Come with me.
I used to love it, but after that accident, I just can't get past it.
Hearing that, I felt a pang of sympathy. When I first started, I fell so much I almost quit, but my dad said not to worry. He'd always catch me when I fall, so don't be scared. If you fall, I'll catch you. He hesitated, but I grabbed his hand and pulled him along anyway. We hiked up the snow-covered slope, the mountain glittering around us. I sped down the slope, then glanced back at Nathan. Nathan, come on. Slide down here. Nathan hesitated for a long moment, then he finally lifted his foot, pushed off and slid down the slope. Snow burst up around him as his board carved through the powder. See? Not scary at all, right?
It feels amazing, just like it used to.
Then let's keep going. The 2 of us skied side by side, laughing and racing until we were out of breath. When we finally trudged back to the lodge, we were still chatting nonstop. But the second we arrived, Ella was waiting at the door, her face stormy.
Lara, stay away from my boyfriend.
Stop with the jealous drama already.
He walked past her, leaving Ella fuming as she turned on me.
If I ever catch you near Nathan again, don't blame me for what happens.
That was it. I had to shut her up. Careful, or I might tell Nathan your little secret. She froze, her expression twitching, eyes wide with panic.
What do you mean?
Oh, you know, a big secret about you. One that involves Nathan.
No, don't tell him. I'll do whatever you want.
I'll do whatever you want. Then I want a public apology. And from now on, you follow my lead.
Fine.
Satisfied, I strutted back inside. Later that afternoon, Ella's crew was getting ready to go out. Tiana spotted me and immediately slipped into bossy mode.
Lara, make sure dinner's ready before we get back.
As if, I nudged Ella with a mischievous smile. Ella, you don't mind cooking dinner for everyone, do you? She looked like she wanted to explode, but didn't dare say no.
Sure, no problem.
Ella, why are you listening to her?
Oh, it's nothing. Friends should help each other, right?
She sulked off toward the kitchen. I called after her with a grin. Don't forget to make roast chicken, my favorite. The clanging of pots and pans that followed had me giggling under my breath.
Want to come with us to the pine forest?
Sure. We all headed out together, building snowmen, tossing snowballs, having the best time, until one of the guys launched a huge snowball at me. I couldn't dodge in time, and Nathan rushed over instantly.
Laura, are you okay?
I'm fine, really. By the time we got back, everyone was starving. After din, Tiana tried again to order me around, this time to clean her room. I shot Ella a look, and she instantly understood.
Don't bother, Lara. I'll clean it myself.
That night, I slipped into the kitchen to make some tea and bumped into Nathan fixing hot cocoa. He smiled softly when he saw me.
I was about to bring this up to your room.
He was being so sweet it made me blush, but he was still Ella's boyfriend, so I shook my head. Thanks, but I don't really like cocoa. I reached for the kettle, but hot water splashed on my hand. Before I could react, Nathan grabbed it and ran it under cold water. And of course, Ella appeared right then, looking both furious and terrified.
I told you to stay away from him.
I didn't even get a word out before Nathan cut in.
Enough, Ella. Why are you always jealous for no reason?
I can clearly see how close you two are. Don't forget, you're my boyfriend.
I'm sick of this.
He stormed upstairs, leaving Ella's eyes brimming with tears. For a second, I almost felt sorry for her. Nathan was harsh, and she looked so small standing there. Hey, don't be upset. There's nothing going on between us. But she turned away and left without a word. The next morning, Ella knocked on my door as soon as I woke up.
Lara, are you free? Come walk with me. I'm still upset about last night. I just need someone to talk to.
I was surprised, but I didn't want to turn her down when she seemed so vulnerable. We took the cable car up to the mountain peak. Ella suggested a walk, but after a while, she was gone. Where could she be? I called out. Searched everywhere, but she had completely vanished. With no sign of her, I finally decided to head back. Knowing the area since I was a kid, I made it home quickly, but Ella still wasn't there. What if she got lost?
I'll go look for her.
I'll come with you. After a long search, we found her collapsed by the trail. Nathan immediately picked her up. This way's faster.
You know a shortcut?
My dad showed me once when we rescued a guy who had an accident on this mountain a year ago.
What?
What is it?
Oh, nothing.
When we finally made it back to the lodge, Ella stirred awake. I sighed in relief until I noticed Nathan's expression had gone ice cold.
Nathan, why are you looking at me like that?
Ella, the accident last year on this mountain, was it really you who saved me?
Her face went pale. She turned toward me, panicked.
You promised to keep my secret.
Huh? I had no idea about that. The only secret I knew was that you couldn't ski.
Tell me the truth.
Yes, I lied. When I got there, the person who saved you had already left. I'm sorry. I only did it because I liked you so much.
I can't believe you. We're done.
He stormed off, leaving Ella frozen. After a moment of hesitation, I decided to go after him. Nathan was sitting in his room, staring blankly ahead. I sat beside him. He looked at me with conflicted eyes, then slowly pulled out a scarf.
Is it yours?
That's the scarf I gave the person I rescued that day.
So it was you who saved me.
He let out a heavy breath, like a weight had finally lifted.
The truth is, I never had feelings for Ella. I agreed to date her because I thought she saved me. She kept reminding me I owed her, and I couldn't live honestly with how I really felt.
That's all in the past. From now on, you don't have to hide how you feel. Nathan looked straight into my eyes. His gaze was so intense, it made my heart race.
You're right. The truth is, the one I like is you. I've wanted to say it for so long.
His confession hit me out of nowhere. I'm sorry, but I can't accept your feelings right now. Can we just stay friends for now?
Then I'll confess again another time.
We ended up laughing, drifting into a casual chat about a movie we'd both watched recently. That's when Ella suddenly appeared.
I owe both of you an apology. I'm sorry for everything I did. I've learned to let go of what isn't mine.
Nathan and I exchanged a smile. The anger we'd rather felt toward her was gone. As Ella turned to leave, she winked at me.
By the way, you two look pretty cute together. Hope you end up as a couple soon.
Early in the morning, the theater was dead silent, like one of those abandoned haunted houses. No one in sight at this hour. Except me, of course, a stealthy intern disguised as a ninja, sneaking into enemy territory on a classified mission. I crept through the rows of seats like a wildcat until my eyes landed on a glittery name written in cursive, Olivia's Diary. Gotcha. I carefully opened it like it was a treasure map. You're doing great. Keep it up. That line came from a mystery guy. I didn't know his face or his name, but every morning, without fail, he'd leave me a little message in my diary. Hey guys, I'm Olivia, currently interning for a small but kind of famous theater troupe. Not that I'm some rising star or anything. I've been here for months, mostly just doing random cleanup jobs. But then Andrew, the director, finally gave me my first real role as a tree.
At the end of the Snow White play, when the prince kisses the princess, I want the tree to lean in and cover part of the kiss to create a soft, dreamy effect. Got it?
I quickly nodded. This was my big moment. I had to make it count, so while Vincent, the guy playing the prince, was gently leaning in for the kiss, I reached up high, trying to block the view with my leafy branches. I even gave the leaves a little shake to make it extra magic. Whoa. And the scene. The play ended with the prince in total shock as the tree collapsed on him. The audience, they laughed so hard they couldn't breathe. Andrew was not amused.
Olivia, you're demoted back to stagehand. Practice your skills more. Otherwise, you won't be getting any more roles.
People started whispering and giggling about the whole mess. Me? I was basically radioactive. No one even looked my way. I just curled up in a corner, feeling like a total disaster. Months of effort was down the drain because of my clumsy, chaotic self.
Hey Olivia, stop spacing out. Clean up the stage.
On it. It wasn't until I got home that night that I realized I left my diary at the theater. If anyone read those delusional scribbles, I'd be laughed out of the building. And if it got to Andrew, oh, I don't even want to think about it. The next morning, I rushed back and found it. But when I opened the cover, there it was. A bold, confident sentence written across the page. It wasn't mine.
Your idea was amazing. I was really impressed. P.S. Sorry, I didn't mean to read your diary. I didn't mean to read your diary. I just saw you had a rough day and thought maybe I could cheer you up. PS2, if it's okay, I'd love to hear more of your ideas. Would you mind sharing them with me?
Someone had read my diary, but instead of mocking me, he liked it. Somehow I found myself writing back. Thank you for the support. Honestly, I think I've got 1,000 more ideas in my head to share. But first, can I ask what your name is? And just like that, I still didn't know anything about him. Not his name, not his face, just that he worked in the same troupe. He refused to tell me who he really was. Said people usually didn't like the real him. Who could he be? So I called him Lucky Guy, because somehow, every time I shared an idea with him, it came true. We got closer and started chatting more. I always freak out when I see the crowd. I get shaky and my whole body just freezes, so I mess everything up.
Try sipping some warm water and taking a few deep breaths before going on stage. It really helps.
Andrew's always yelling at me. I think he hates me.
Maybe he doesn't mean it. I'm sure he'll chill out soon.
What should I do? With all these ideas in my head.
Why not show them to Andrew? I bet he'll love them.
Thanks to Lucky Guy's advice, my acting skills leveled up big time. Proof, I finally got promoted to play the princess maid, and I had my first ever line. I'll do my best, your highness.
You did great, Olivia. I bet you'll be playing the princess soon.
Still clumsy, and your expressions on stage are way too stiff. If Olivia wants a lead role, she's gonna need a lot more practice.
And there we go, Andrew being all grumpy again.
You're scaring her.
Just keep practicing, okay?
Then he walked off. I took a deep breath and ran after him. I have a script I wrote. Could you take a look? I'd really love some feedback. Andrew stared at it for what felt like forever, reading every word like he was solving a riddle. The pressure was unreal.
Not bad. A few errors here and here. Fix those, and I might consider letting your piece play. Be part of the upcoming tour.
I was so happy I could float. I wanted to tell Lucky Guy everything about my first line, my new role, Andrew reading my script. If he were here, I'd run up and hug him. Except I still had no idea who he was. But hey, not knowing just makes it more fun, right? So when everyone left the theater that evening, I stayed behind. Whoever was still here now had to be him, and someone was still here. I rushed forward and peeked inside. Wait, Vincent? No way! He's my mystery guy! I leaned in closer, heart pounding as he walked toward the spot where I always left my diary.
What are you still doing here?
My soul left my body. Mr. Andrew, I forgot something. Nope, nothing important. I'm leaving now. And I ran. Just my luck. Busted by the drama king himself. Later that night, I couldn't stop thinking about Vincent. He didn't exactly feel like the mystery writer. The guy who wrote in my diary was calm, thoughtful, super clever. Vincent. He was energetic, bubbly, a little childish even, but still not impossible. He was the first person to compliment my acting, and he did defend me when Andrew raised his voice. So when Vincent suddenly confessed to me, it honestly felt kind of sweet.
I like you. Will you be my girlfriend?
That's a bit fast for me. Can we just take it slow? I didn't say yes right away. I had to play a little hard to get, you know? And just like that, we started seeing each other. The whole theater troupe was shook.
Looks like someone's gonna be a princess real soon. You two are adorable together.
Enough chatting. Get back to rehearsal. And you, Olivia, if you don't finish editing your script, it's off the stage.
What? What's his problem now? Did someone steal his lunch or what?
Better start planning a wedding speech, Andrew. Me and Olivia aren't endgame.
Things were going pretty well after that. Aside from Andrew being a human firecracker, I even stopped writing. Back to Lucky Guy since I thought I'd already found him. Vincent and I went on a few cute dates and got to know each other.
Wait, so the princess saves the prince? That's kinda weird.
You don't think it's cool?
A princess who just sit there, be gorgeous, and wait for her prince? Like you, Olivia. The moment you fell into my arms on stage, I knew it was fate. That's when I started falling for you.
Vincent was sweet, charming, funny, a total gentleman, but I couldn't shake this feeling that something was missing. I started writing in my diary again and left it at our usual secret spot. Days passed, nothing, no replies. It's like he just vanished. Ever since Vincent made things official, the mystery writer had stopped writing altogether.
Olivia, what are you still doing here this late? Forget that, just run.
What? Why?
There's a whole squad of fangirls waiting for me outside. I've been hiding out at the theater just to avoid them.
Wait, you weren't staying late to write in the diary?
Diary? What diary? I don't do that silly journaling stuff.
That's when I realized I had the wrong guy. I'm sorry, Vincent. I can't keep dating you. He kept pushing for answers, so I told him everything. From the diary to the secret messages, to how I'd fallen for someone I'd never even seen.
So you didn't like me at all? Everything between us was just a misunderstanding.
I wish it weren't true, but I've already fallen for someone else, even if I don't know his name or face. Vincent was quiet for a long time. His face was this mix of pain and frustration. Then finally, he spoke.
When I stayed late, I saw Andrew hanging around too. He'd read his notebook and just sit there, smiling to himself. I figured he must really like whoever wrote those words. Thought that might help you.
My heart skipped. Andrew. I didn't know why, but when I heard his name, everything clicked. I rushed to Andrew's room and caught him holding the diary. Andrew, holding my diary like it meant the world to him, looking almost sad. When he saw me, he froze.
Olivia, you! How did you?
Andrew, I like you. Will you go out with me? My script got rave reviews. Still, the spotlight wasn't mine yet because I was still the maid, not the princess. Vincent played the prince one last time. This was his final performance with our troupe.
I can't stick around and watch you two be all lovey-dovey. I need to get space over this heartbreak. Your play was amazing, Olivia. And honestly, Andrew understands you better than I ever could. I hope you two are happy.
Thank you, Vincent. I hope you find your own princess soon.
And if you ever get tired of that grump, you know where to find me.
Andrew huffed and pulled me into his arms like a sulky dragon hoarding treasure. I gave him a soft kiss to calm him down.
Hi, I'm Ethan from Canada. Please like and subscribe. Ever since I could remember, I've lived with my uncle who loved me like I was his own son, and I adored him too. When I was 5, my uncle who owned a car company took me to his showroom to admire his entire dazzling fleet. Can I drive this one, Uncle?
One day, you will, son, as soon as you're tall enough.
I wanted to make my uncle proud of me, so I studied hard and always got straight A's. Uncle would be over the moon seeing my results, and he'd tell me that I'd take over his business one day. I was thrilled to hear that because I loved cars. But suddenly everything changed. My uncle introduced me to Giselle, a tall woman with a really long nose.
Ah, you must be the nephew. So cute.
She gave me a sly look when my uncle wasn't watching. I hated her, but he was smitten and married her 2 months later. Giselle had a son my age, Jeremy, and he was the slowest boy I'd ever met. On his first day of school, Uncle and I were waiting for him to finish eating his cereal, and he took a minute to chew each Fruit Loop. We're going to be late. Can't you chew any faster? He then took the bowl and tried to drink down his cereal, but ended up missing his clothes.
Ethan, look what you made Jeremy do. Now you'll both be so late for school.
How is it my fault?
Well, I can't wait any longer. So you take them to school, Giselle.
I got to school 2 hours late that day. To make things worse, Jeremy was a real embarrassment. He sat in class with snot running down his nose and didn't even realize it till one of the mean boys in class saw him.
Look everyone, the new guy has some disgusting goo on his face.
The entire class burst out laughing, and then Jessica, one of the prettiest and richest girls in the school, handed Jeremy a tissue and frowned at the mean boy.
Why do you always have to be so rude? Are you the poor guy alone?
Later that day, I caught up with Jessica and thanked her for standing up for Jeremy.
I just don't understand mean people. It's so much easier to be kind.
Well, it's not easy for everyone. You're just one of the kindest people around.
Aw, thank you, Ethan.
She kissed my cheek and ran off. I liked her ever since we were little kids, so that kiss gave me butterflies in my tummy. As time went by, I found myself taking care of Jeremy like I was his babysitter, because Giselle kept asking me to help him. Like when we were in the 8th grade, Jeremy was failing his subjects miserably. And every day after school, I had to tutor him, which wasn't easy. So when you're breaking down to some, this is how you do it. Instead of listening to me, he'd be playing on his phone.
Yeah.
Can we please focus on homework right now?
Oh yeah, what were you saying?
He was a frustrating student. I kept trying because I kind of felt sorry for him. Without some help, his future was doomed. But even though I made so much effort with Jeremy, Giselle never appreciated it and was always unpleasant with me. Like once at dinner when I wanted a second helping of food. She looked at me like a witch.
So greedy. You should feel lucky that you're even eating with us at the same table.
What's that supposed to mean?
You'll see one day.
She would speak in such riddles often, but always when Uncle wasn't around. And then one day in the 10th grade, I came home to the worst news ever. Giselle told me that Uncle had been arrested for fraud. I just didn't believe it. My uncle was no criminal, but apparently he'd been stealing money from his biggest investor, and he was sentenced to jail for 10 years. I wanted to see him, but Giselle said only she had visiting rights as his wife. I was devastated, but Giselle seemed over the moon. Just one day after Uncle's sentence, she invited her friends over and stayed up all night laughing and dancing to loud music. And just 2 days later, I got back from school to find out she had moved all my stuff to the attic. Why did you do this?
That room was just too big for a boy like you, so Jeremy will be moving in there now.
I'm moving my stuff back.
Listen here, you poor rat. I'm in charge now, and what I say goes.
You're going to pay for this? She laughed out like a witch. I made myself comfortable in the attic, but as days passed, things got worse for me. I was no longer allowed to eat at the dinner table or watch television in the lounge. Giselle fired our butler, saying it was too expensive to pay him. So she gave me and Jeremy chores, but I seemed to be the one doing all of them. Jeremy was still a weird guy, but he wasn't evil like his mom. One day he brought me some dessert to the attic.
I'm really sorry about the way my mom treats you.
It's okay, bro. I won't live here forever. When I'm done with school, I'll leave and live my life. Giselle no longer drove me to school, and Jeremy just gazed at me before driving away. I knew he was sad, but not strong enough to stand up for me. One day in 11th grade, I was walking to school when I noticed an old man fixing some broken down cars, and a sign next to him said that he was looking for a part-time assistant. Can I apply for this job?
Oh, and what do you know about cars?
Quite a lot. My uncle taught me everything. Man tested me and was quite impressed by my knowledge. He hired me, and I was so happy because of course Giselle had stopped my allowance. One afternoon he sent me to a rich man's house to fix his Ferrari. It was more like a palace. While I was fixing the car, I started getting hot, so I took off my shirt. Moments later, I heard giggling from behind a wall, and I peeked around and found Jessica there. Jessica, you live here?
Yes, this is my house. You fix cars?
Yeah, this is my part-time job.
Cool. You want to take a break and have a soda with me?
Yeah, that would be cool. I couldn't believe that I was at Jessica's house hanging out with her. I had given up trying to speak with her ages ago because she was always surrounded by the most popular guys in school.
I don't see you much in school these days.
I'm usually at the library studying hard so that I can get a scholarship.
You haven't changed a bit. You're still the same sweet nerd boy.
Nerd boy?
I did say sweet too. Come on, I want to show you something.
She took me to a cottage at the back, which was a nursery for the plants and flowers.
This is what I love doing, being around nature.
Wow, this is amazing. We were engrossed in talking about flowers when her father suddenly called her as we stepped outside. He gave me a stern look, and I couldn't stop thinking about Jessica. The next day when I saw her in school, my heart skipped a beat when she smiled at me. But then all of a sudden, Jeremy came up behind me.
Hey, why is Jessica looking at you that way?
I don't know, maybe she likes me. When I said that, Jeremy's expression changed.
Well, that can't be because I loved her since the day I joined this school.
While Jeremy was talking about his feelings, Jessica suddenly approached me and asked if I'd help her with math during recess. I gladly said yes, but Jeremy glared at me like his mother. When I got home that day, Giselle called me to the living room. Her eyes were blazing.
Jeremy tells me you stole his girlfriend.
Who? Jessica? She's never been his girlfriend.
I hear that your father's very rich. You're thinking of getting your hands on that pot of gold, aren't you?
No, Giselle. Not everyone's a gold digger like you.
How dare you talk to me like that? You're grounded, and I forbid you to see this girl. As long as you live under my roof, you'll live by my rules.
This is not your roof, it's my uncle's. The next day, while I was with Jessica at recess, Jeremy came and told me to take off the shirt I was wearing. I told him to buzz off, and then he pounced on me, but I was way stronger than him and pinned him down. Calm down, dude. This is not who you are. You are not a monster like your mother.
Maybe I am. They don't talk about my mother that way.
He stormed off furiously.
Hey, are you okay?
I leaned forward and kissed her. Now I think I'll be okay. Jessica and I started seeing each other more often, and I didn't care about how Jeremy and his mother treated me. Soon it was the end of 12th grade, and prom was around the corner. I decided to surprise Jessica by turning up at her place with some flowers and asking her out to prom. But when I got there, I was shocked to find her in the living room with her dad, along with Jeremy and Giselle. What are you guys doing here?
The question is, boy, what are you doing here?
I'm here to ask my girlfriend to prom. Sir.
Are you sure you're at the right house? Because my daughter just said yes to being Jeremy's fiance.
I couldn't believe my ears. I looked at Jessica, but she just looked back at me with a frozen face. I need to speak to you alone, Jessica.
There's no need, Ethan. You heard what my father said and I agree it's a good match. I think you should go now and leave me alone.
and then her dad had guards throw me out of their house. I was utterly heartbroken. She changed her mind about me as I was poor. As I laid awake that night, the attic door creaked open. It was Jeremy.
So how does it feel, Ethan? You always thought you were better than me, right? But look at me now. I'm the master of this house, and I own the heart of the girl you love.
I obviously couldn't stay there anymore, so I took my savings and my things and left that very night. The old man I worked for let me stay at his garage for a few months, so I got into university on scholarship and left a year later. As I was walking out of college campus, I was completely shocked to see Uncle standing outside. Oh my God, you're free. I missed you so much, Uncle.
How come you never came to visit me, son?
Giselle told me that I wasn't allowed.
She was lying. I was in jail because of her. She framed me for fraud and had me thrown in jail. But my lawyers had found proof of her guilt, and soon she will be behind bars.
And so she was. It was the happiest day of my life when she got arrested, and Jeremy was sent off to live with relatives in another city. My uncle and I moved back to our house, and I continued with my engineering degree. And then one day, as I was fixing a car in Uncle's garage, I turned around to see Jessica walk in. Oh, it's you. Can I help you with anything?
Ethan, I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're sorry now? Because I'm rich.
No, it's not like that. Giselle threatened to do something bad to you if I didn't break up with you. I never meant to be with Jeremy, but I had to do something to drive you away from here.
What? Why didn't you just tell me this?
I was scared for you.
Jessica, it's okay. Everything is over now.
So do you think you can give me another chance?
Of course, I've loved you since forever, Jessica. You're the best person I know. No matter how unfair life gets, stay kind, and persistent true love and success will come from those who truly care about you.
Hey there, I'm Zoe and I was born on a small island in New Zealand. My family was a bit special because we were the lighthouse keepers. As a kid, I loved pretending I was Rapunzel in her tower. Little did I know I'd start feeling as trapped as she did. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. My parents broke up soon after I was born, and Mom left to follow her dreams and became a very successful actress. She was extremely busy and never got time to visit me. Sure, she'd send me the amazing gifts, but Dad basically raised me alone, and oh boy, Dad was a very strict person and also a local hero. Years ago, he was the first to swat a ship that hit the rocks on a stormy night, and he bravely coordinated a rescue mission and would only visit the local market once a week for supplies. But that didn't stop me looking for an adventure. Like one day when I was 5, we were at the market when I decided to sneak on a fishing boat about to leave port. Hi, Captain. Ready to sit sail?
Who is this child?
Of course, that made Dad furious. Dad and I enjoyed watching movies together, and Moms were my favorite. I loved how glamorous she looked, and I wanted to be just like her one day. And growing up, that dream grew stronger. Sure, once school started, I had plenty of friends, and I liked this place, but I just wanted more. Dad, can I take acting classes?
For the 100th time, we don't have any on the island.
But maybe if we moved.
That's out of the question. Our life is here.
Well, maybe for him, but I couldn't accept that as my fate. Then my opportunity came in the 10th grade. I was at school when I noticed a flyer on the bulletin board that said a famous acting program was looking for new talent in our area. I didn't tell my dad anything, and on the day of the casting, I sneaked away from him to go to the audition. The contest started and I realized that being in front of the camera came to me naturally. That night I tuned in for the results. Dad happened to walk by the television just when my name showed up on screen. I passed the auditions round.
Zoe, I can't believe you went there alone.
I'm sorry, but you would have never let me participate. Please, Dad, let me do this. He reluctantly agreed to let me continue and I squealed. For the next 6 months, he went with me to the mainland for all classes. At the end of them, I was invited to a talk show where it would be revealed which television show was about to hire me. As I was chatting with the host, suddenly someone from the audience walked onto the stage.
Well done, Zoe. I knew you were going to make it.
Everyone was silent, stunned to see the world-famous actress. Mom?
Indeed, after all these years, we are reunited, love, and will get to work together on the new television show.
As Mom hugged me and I was speechless. I had no idea she was a part of this. I walked backstage with Mom where Dad was waiting.
Nice to see you, Celia. It's been, what, 15 years? And now, you're suddenly Zoe's adoring mother, ready to take her away.
If you're such a good father, don't stand in the way of her dreams, and can you just straighten your ugly tie? It's driving me crazy.
Mom walked off while Dad looked upset. Dad, I know this is all very unexpected, but aren't you proud of me?
Of course I am, love. I guess I'm just not not ready for you to leave.
He looked so sad it broke my heart. Maybe I shouldn't go.
No, she's right, Zoe. You deserve to follow your dreams. You know where to find me.
And 2 days later, I was all packed up and ready to go. After we landed at the airport, a limousine took us to Mom's house, or should I say palace. Then Mom showed me to my beautiful room. This feels like a dream.
No, honey, it's your life now.
Mom, I just don't understand one thing. Why didn't you ever visit me?
Oh, sweetie, I wanted to so much, but there was never a good time. You don't know how hard it is to make it in this industry with no support or connections. I barely even had any money. I had to fight hard to get good roles and grab every opportunity. But now you won't have to fight so hard because I'll make everything easier for you.
I felt overwhelmed by her love and attention, and it was so cool to have the great Celia as my mom, but soon I discovered Mom was a bit strange. All her clothes and shoes had to be arranged by color. She would schedule every minute of her day. She wanted us to make public mother-daughter appearances in matching outfits, and the designers got an earful if they weren't identical. On my first day on set, I went alone feeling super nervous. My first scene was with Jake, the gorgeous male lead. He was so distracting I kept forgetting my lines.
Cut 10-minute break, everyone, especially Zoe.
I felt so embarrassed.
Can you even act at all?
Excuse me?
I'm just saying there are plenty of talented girls who can take your spot.
If you have nothing nice to say, you do have the option of staying quiet.
If you don't know how to act, you do have the option of leaving.
What a jerk. I calmed down my nerves and delivered my lines perfectly in the next take, but after that we were always trying to trip each other up. He made silly faces to distract me during scenes, so I slipped laxatives in his coffee that kept him running to the bathroom. You get the gist, right? But one day I found out it was the makeup artist's birthday, so I ordered a huge cake to surprise her.
This was your idea.
Yeah, why did you put something in the cake?
No, just wishing you ordered chocolate. Who likes pineapple cake?
SpongeBob. But from then on, Jake started being nicer to me. We'd chat during lunch. Mostly working with Mom, though, was not a piece of cake. She was a perfectionist and would make me redo scenes 20 times. And she was really hard on everyone. Like that time her assistant brought the wrong coffee.
I told you no sugar and always put my coffee on a coaster. Plastic spoon on the left, napkin on the right. Did you even pass kindergarten?
Or that time with the camera woman?
You're getting all my wrong angles. Look, you're clearly not pretty enough to be in front of the camera, but now you're not even good behind it. Also, can you get your eyebrows done?
One day I had a long scene with Mom and she kept pointing out every tiny mistake. She wanted to discuss it more during break, but I just shut myself up in the bathroom, escaped through the window, and ran to Jake's trailer. Jake let me in.
Okay, Grumpy, what's going on?
I told him how Mom was tiring me out by being so demanding.
Well, what were you expecting with your mom's reputation?
What do you mean?
Your mom is famous for being difficult to work with. No one likes her because of her bad attitude, and literally had to sign a contract that I wouldn't pick fights with her because I can't stand rude people.
Hey, that's not really fair. Yes, Mom can be hard to please, but that's because she's passionate about her
work. We're all passionate about our work, but we don't act bratty.
You have no idea what she went through. She started from nothing and she struggled alone for years. Look, I just felt a bit frustrated, so I vented to you, but that doesn't mean you get to diss my mom. I was about to storm off, but Jake stopped me.
You're right. I'm sorry you just came to vent. Maybe since she's your mom, you can tell her to be less critical of you sometimes, because I think you're pretty wonder. I mean, you're all right.
For some reason, my heart fluttered as I walked off, but I didn't take Jake's advice and talk to Mom. I understood this is who she was, and I just had to work hard to make her proud. Soon after, we got news about the ratings of our season. It was a huge success and the studio wanted to sign us for season 2.
That's great. Of course, we'll need you to double our paychecks if you want Zoe to stay.
You know, we don't have that kind of money.
Mom, isn't that…
Double the paycheck or Zoe walks?
Fine, fine. And you too will be good to work through winter break.
No, I have plans to visit my dad.
Yes, no problem. Plans can change.
I felt mad as we walked out of the office. I promised Dad I'd go see him.
Zoe, success requires many sacrifices, but sure, you can always go back to the life you had before.
That made me quickly drop the argument because I couldn't imagine going back to my old town. When I told Dad the news, he was sad but understanding. The next day in a meeting, the director told us that Jake's character and mine were going to end up together in the second season.
Ew, I'd rather kiss a frog.
I'd rather kiss the frog's poop.
Make sure to brush your teeth that day, Zoe.
I'll make sure to eat garlic instead.
And here I was hoping for something more romantic.
I wasn't sure if he was joking, but just then Mom pulled me away. As we climbed into the car, she started lecturing me about not getting crushes on my co-stars as if I could help it. That evening I was in my room watching videos when Jinu called.
Zoe, are you watching the news?
I turned on the television and was shocked to see reports of a devastating hurricane that had swept over my island. I tried calling Dad, but the line was down. I was so worried, and finally hours later later, Dad called me back.
I'm fine. Well, except for the torn ligament in my arm. I'll need surgery for it, and the lighthouse is damaged and most of the town too.
Dad, you just focus on getting better before anything else. Okay, I'll cover your medical bills. He tried to refuse, but I wasn't backing down. I had plenty saved from the first season of the show, but the next day when I went to the bank to transfer money, my account was nearly empty.
You and your mother have a joint account, and recently she transferred all the funds to her solo one.
What the heck? When I asked her about it, she acted totally normal.
I left some allowance and I buy everything you need. What else do you want?
My money. I earned it and Dad was injured. He needs it.
I don't care about him. You're living here now and your lifestyle isn't cheap.
But I care, and if money is an issue, we can move to a smaller house.
No, our image would suffer.
You mean your image? Do you even care about what I want?
You wanted to be an actress, right? I made you so.
So you're saying I have no talent? I was getting that television show rolled without you. Mom, it's not enough to steal credit for everything. So you've stolen my money. I won't stay here another minute.
Yes, you will, or your career is over.
She will go wherever she wants.
I turned around to see Dad. Dad, what are you doing here?
Just decided to make a surprise visit. I didn't have a good feeling when you showed up out of nowhere, Celia, but I didn't think you'd steal from your own daughter. Some things never change, I guess.
What do you mean?
Years ago, when I rescued those people from the sinking ship, the owner gave me a huge sum of money to thank me. And soon after your mom asked me out, I felt so lucky, but then she used all my money to start her career, broke up with me and left the moment her popularity rose.
Why didn't you tell me all this?
Because I hoped she'd change and come back and we could be a family.
You really think I'd come back to the dumb stinky village? You were always a fool.
I guess I take after Dad, because I didn't see right away what a cold-hearted, selfish person you are. Mom, Dad and I left and the next day we were on the ferry back to the island. Seeing the lighthouse so battered brought tears to my eyes. I've been so blind. I was so obsessed with Mom, I couldn't see who she really was.
But she was right about one thing. Zoe, I've held you back and I'm sorry. I've just always wanted to keep you safe, but I ended up making you feel trapped. From now on, I'll always support you, even if that means we have to move. Once you left, I realized my job isn't more important than you are.
The next day, Dad made some calls and arranged a meeting with a lawyer. We managed to get my money back and he had the surgery while the lighthouse was being repaired. I also used my popularity to raise funds for my town. For the first time, I realized how much the island and our community meant to me. One day, I was enjoying the sunset on the lighthouse balcony when I heard someone behind me.
How many steps does this place have?
You're wheezing like you're toktig. What are you doing here?
I talked with the producers and found some interesting stuff about your mother.
Turns out Mom's career hasn't been doing too well in recent years, and she had used me to get that role in the new show.
The producer said they never wanted to hire her but were forced to when she made that public announcement. Now that you left, they're more than happy to fire her. They want you back, Zoe, and this time you'll work on your own terms. Please come back or they'll find another female lead.
And you don't want that to happen?
Yeah, what if they hire someone I want to kiss even less than I want to kiss you?
That would be terrible. Then I suppose I'll have to rescue you.
You're my hero.
Cherish those who sacrifice, protect, and stand by you, and don't let appearances overshadow the value of kinship, honesty, and gratitude.
Hey, toss the ball this way.
Girls and boys are happily playing volleyball. Children are laughing while their parents are relaxing. Summer is the season of sunshine and sand, and summer was me too. But instead of out there, I was trapped by loneliness and cried a lot. Hi everyone, I'm Summer. Don't forget to like and subscribe. A year has passed since I lost Mom and Dad. The ocean used to be our spot. Now it was just me and the seagulls.
Summer, how long are you going to hide back there? I'm telling my mom you're skipping out on making dinner.
I'd been living with my aunt in Savannah for a year now. She was 15, just 2 years younger than me, but already a spoiled brat because she always got her way. To her, I was just a maid living off her family.
What money? Your parents didn't leave you a single dime.
Pretty clear where that money went, all spent on Savannah's silly wishes.
Ugh, so unfair. Last year we had sushi and a chocolate fountain. Now it's just this tiny cake. Are we poor now?
There, baby. Summer, go get more gifts for her.
When back to school time came, Savannah was busy fussing over her new uniform. So I asked my aunt, will I get a new uniform too? Or maybe books? They glanced at each other, then cracked up laughing like it was the funniest joke ever.
Savannah's school costs a fortune. You're going to the local one, and you better earn your own tuition. No, you're old enough.
So I got a waitressing job at Beach Cafe. Easy work, plus I got to smell the sea every day.
Hey, have we met before?
No, I'm new here.
Huh, weird. You feel familiar.
Is that your pickup line? He just laughed and left with his smoothie. No name, no goodbye, but that flawless face was hard to forget. It didn't take long for him to get annoying though. He came back every day and acted silly too.
Hey, have we met?
You asked me that yesterday too.
Really? Sorry, I'm terrible with names.
Lucky for me, I never told you mine. Turned out, his name was Calder. His family owned the resort and the cafe too. Typical rich boy move, I thought, so I ignored him for days. But Calder was stubborn. He'd hang around during every shift, repeating the same stories on loop. Once he asked if I like strawberry smoothies, even though I told him twice I was allergic.
Oh, right, guess I forgot.
That's when I realized Calder wasn't just flirting, he was just repeating himself, like hitting reset every day. Weird, right? One night after closing up, I bumped into Otis, the part-time lifeguard down by the shore. Hey, you know Calder? Otis didn't look surprised. He'd seen Calder stick to me like glue.
He had a bad surfing accident last year. Hit his head pretty hard.
So he's not all there?
Nah, he's not crazy. He's got short-term memory loss. Remember everything from before, but anything new resets overnight.
After that, I couldn't see Calder the same way. He wasn't just some spoiled rich kid. He was a poor guy stuck in a loop. But why did he always remember me? One afternoon, Savannah barged into the cafe with her rich kid crew. She must have been so bored out of her mind that she looked to mess with me, but I was busy working, not playing along.
Bring me the most expensive thing on the menu. Maybe I'll tip you if you're nice.
Right then, Calder showed up and Savannah's whole vibe changed.
Hey handsome, what would you like?
You work here?
If you want me to, then sure.
But I'm here for her.
He stepped past Savannah and headed straight for me. Holy guacamole. It was priceless. Next morning, I walked in for my shift and just about lost it. Savannah was posing by the blender, wearing the cafe uniform.
I got hired. Guess this place couldn't resist a little upgrade.
Nice try. I know exactly what you're doing. She shot me a dirty look, then perked up the second she saw Calder. He looked confused seeing her in the same uniform, but walked straight to me anyway.
You look familiar. Do I know you?
Maybe you do, but she wasn't giving up that easily.
Oops.
Savannah pretended to trip and threw herself right at Calder, but he just stepped aside. She slammed into the floor, legs in the air, head hair dripping with avocado smoothie. Seeing Calder laugh made my face burn. I'd never cared to mess with rich kids before, but he felt like an exception. Calder was charming and warm, and his, "Do I know you?" had somehow turned into this little thing that made me smile every time. One night after closing, he waited for me down by the beach and asked me to have dinner with him. But next thing I knew, I was sitting in an actual helicopter. A real helicopter. This is nuts. I've never—
Just relax, Summer. Look outside.
He pointed out the window, but no way was I about to peek at the pitch-black ocean. The sea was pretty by day, sure, but at night looked like a giant monster pit to me. Then Calder slipped his warm hand over mine. I swear my face went red again, but somehow my panic just melted. Following his finger, I saw it, a small island shaped like a heart, glowing with hundreds of lights.
Beautiful, huh?
It's beyond beautiful. I could feel how much he cared, but it hurt knowing after tonight he'd forget it all. So at dinner, I made him a memory book, just a little notebook, but inside, it held every piece of us.
Thank you, Summer.
That's when he kissed me, our first real kiss, warm and deep. After that night, every time he forgot, I could hand him back tiny pieces of his own heart, flipping through that book, like hearing your favorite song by surprise when you didn't even know you'd forgotten. Meanwhile, Savannah was over her hard work era real quick. She got yelled at for making terrible drinks, snapped at a customer, then ripped off her uniform and stormed out mid-shift. Of course, she crawled right back to her spoiled crew, and I was still the main target. Her snarky digs were meant to break me down, but they sounded like background birds now. Not scared Calder will see you acting like this.
So what? I can be the villain. Today, main character. Tomorrow, he won't remember squat anyway.
Then her face shifted like she just cooked up another shady plan. She ignored me, whispered something to her friends. They squealed and disappeared. The next day felt too normal. So normal it felt off. Savannah didn't say a word. My whole shift. Near closing, she leaned in.
The manager is waiting for you at the bungalow. Something about a delivery.
When I squinted at her, she snapped.
Could be something VIP. Who knows? I haven't worked here long enough.
I just shrugged and headed over. Her fake rage was so on brand. The wooden floor creaked as I stepped inside, and before I could even say hello, the door slammed shut. Gosh, I was fast enough to know Savannah had trapped me. Phone gone, no way out. I yelled myself hoarse, but no one came. I waited for her to get bored and open it up herself, but the hours dragged on. I scratched the door, poked every gap in the wall, kicked it. Her dumb prank had gone way too far. I was legit freaking out. When I finally stumbled out, I looked like I just crawled out of a cave. Hands scratched, shoulder bruised, clothes a hot mess.
Summer, where were you? I've been looking everywhere.
Family drama, nothing big.
You gotta get over there now. Calder's at the resort party with Savannah.
What?
She's got your memory book. She told Calder she's been his longtime girlfriend.
And he believed her? Otis looked unsure, like he couldn't trust what he'd seen himself. Through the winding resort paths, I ran like my heart was about to explode. I froze when I spotted them under the party lights, Savannah clinging to Calder's arm like glue.
And we've decided we're going to Europe together this fall.
The crowd burst into cheers. He just stood there, weak smile, eyes glazed. Calder, you clueless fool. Geez, Lord Louise. My whole body screamed in pain just when my heart was pounding. The hardest tears spilled out as I was about to watch them kiss right in front of me. Then Calder paused. His eyes drifted down like he was searching for something, then stopped on me. He frowned, pulled his arm free from Savannah, and stepped off the stage toward me. The crowd went silent, parting like a wave. Standing there, a mess, dirty clothes, tears all over my face. I suddenly felt so small under everyone's stare. Calder must have recognized me. Any second now, he'd come over and ask that question.
I know you. You're the one I've been looking for all this time.
I swear my heart skipped a beat. Then I just threw my arms around him. For a second it was just us, all mushy and warm. Then Calder pulled me up onto the stage with him.
This is Summer. She's the one I love.
No!
Savannah lunged at me, but Otis jumped in, dragging her off while her fancy friend whispered awkwardly and started slipping away. In the end, it was just me and Calder standing there like a freaking movie ending. How you remember me.
A year ago, I saw this tiny girl crying alone, your pretty face all soaked with tears. I couldn't get you out of my head. Every time I surfed, I'd look for you on that beach. Then one day, I slipped off my board. Big crash, and when I saw you crying again, it all came back. You, every bit of you, my Summer.
The next morning, Calder brought me back home, right in time to see Savannah chucking my stuff out the door.
You are never setting foot in my house again.
You took every penny my parents left, and now you're throwing me out?
She's not staying here. Not anymore. We're going abroad together. She's gonna co-own this whole resort with me as my future wife.
Savannah's jaw hit the floor. My aunt turned ghost pale. But we just walked away, leaving all that rotten mess behind. Clutching Calder's hand, I knew for real I was gonna be happy.